Is this clever innovation or just expensive plastic strapped to your belt? Wavemill's 4-in-1 portable waist fan promises a Swiss Army fan experience. Clip it to your waist for an updraft under your shirt, sling it like a neck fan, stand it on a desk, or just hold it. Marketing touts big numbers like 2,000 milliamp hour batteries, turbo motors, and all-day runtime. The pitch is simple. Beat the heat anywhere while doubling as a power bank. Here's the reality check. Wavemill looks more like a marketplace brand than a company with a public footprint. I could not find a live official website with company details, founders, or a physical office. And I found no verifiable corporate registration tied to the brand name in obvious public registries. That is not an automatic red flag, but it means your warranty and returns likely flow through whichever retailer you buy from. As for the device idea itself, a waist fan is a real category. Dual inlets push air up your shirt, which actually feels cooler than a neck fan when you are walking or working. The 4-in-1 pitch is feasible because it is basically a compact blower with a clip and strap. On promises, though, keep your expectations sane. Runtime claims assume lower speeds and intermittent use. Battery numbers on boxes are marketing, not gospel. The form factor is handy for yard work, concerts, and theme parks, but it is still moving a small column of air a few inches. Practical, but not magic. So how does the tech stack up against the market? Third-party testing on Wavemill's larger fans shows strengths and ceilings. In independent field tests, the brand's rechargeable models were praised for long battery life and basic value, while also being described as generic in looks and limited in reach around 4 feet. That matches what a waist blower can realistically do. Push air strongly but locally. If you want throw across a room, you need a bigger fan or a different design. The broader market is crowded with identical housings rebranded by dozens of sellers, which tells you these are ODM designs coming from the same factories with small tweaks. That is not bad. It is how lots of gadgets are made. It does mean specs like 22,000 RPM or 2x airflow are marketing one-liners rather than standardized lab results. Materials tend to be ABS plastic with a brushless motor and a cell pack often advertised at 1,000 to 2,000 milliamp hours. Expect considerable weight on your belt if that number is real. Real-world takeaway. The engineering is plausible and useful for personal cooling in heat or stuffy workshops, but airflow is directional and short-range by design. Want quiet? You will likely run mid-speeds. Want power? It will get louder and your runtime will drop. What are buyers actually saying? Outside of glossy marketplace blurbs, you see a split pattern. Fans of the waist fan concept love hands-free airflow for walking lawn work, warehouses, and line waiting at parks. Complaints cluster around weight bounce on the belt grill, clogging with lint, motor noise at high speeds, and runtime not matching the biggest numbers when used full blast. There are scattered creator reviews showing the product class in action, and the gist is consistent. Handy at close range and legitimately helpful in heat, but not a breeze cannon. I also saw community chatter that these units shift angle as you move, so you may need to tweak the clip or strap for the updraft sweet spot. None of that screams scam. It reads like typical butt gadget trade-offs. What I did not find, a real brand help center with named staff, a support phone that picks up, or a physical service address you can street view. That means any returns, exchanges, or replacements live and die with the seller's policy. If you buy from an outlet or daily deal site on clearance, expect limited support after the window closes. Let's talk price value and risk. This category is the poster child for rebrands. The same 4-in-1 waist fan silhouette shows up across marketplaces at widely different prices with near identical photos and specs. If Wavemill's kit costs materially more than the mass of similar listings, you are often paying for box art and copy. On the flip side, a decent battery and brushless motor do have real parts cost, so going too cheap can mean weaker cells or noisy bearings. Policies matter more than logos here. Look for a seller with a clear return window at least 30 days and straightforward shipping timelines. Avoid negative option add-ons and skip extended warranties from no-name providers, because I could not find a verifiable company page with terms, refunds, or a physical office. Treat this as a retailer-backed purchase, not a brand-backed one. Sensible play. Compare listings with similar photos and grills. Check runtime claims against your use case and buy from a store with easy returns. If you plan to rely on it for work, keep a spare battery fan or backup unit in your bag. Verdict is mixed but leaning legit for what it is. A practical waste blower that cools your core at close range with marketplace brand vibes and variable QC. Worth the hype or worth the headache? If the price matches the sea of similar models and you buy from a reputable retailer, it is worth a try. If it is marked up or sold with vague support, skip and comparison shop.